A bad boss is someone who doesn't let you do anything, doesn't empower you in any way, and then also humiliates you in front of everyone. So that would define a bad boss. So I empower people that work for me, and then I only humiliate them sometimes.
Like what percentage?
12% of the time.
You're heading into season 4.
Yes, you got that right. Of the Detour.
Of your hilarious TBS series, The Detour.
Yes.
You are not just the star of this series, but you're also the boss.
I am the boss, yes.
So what kind of boss are you?
I think I'm a decent boss. You know, I rule with a fist that is not too iron, more like a softer precious metal.
Gold?
Is that soft enough? Maybe even softer than gold. What are the softer?
Palladium?
Yes.
Silver? I don't know.
I rule with a silver fist.
A silver fist.
Yes.
Now, in my job, I talk to CEOs all the time.
Okay.
And one thing in talking to them is nobody says to me, you know what's really good for success is you should work with your wife. You, however, have worked with your wife. You are executive producer of her show,
Correct.
Samantha Bee.
Yep.
She co-created your show. Mm-hmm. So how are you the exception to the leave your spouse at home rule?
I have to be honest, I don't see how you don't work with your wife. We're everywhere. We can't escape each other, which is kind of great because I think when you escape each other, you grow apart. I think. We're always together.
Do you think more people should work with their spouse? Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it if you like one another.
Your wife has also said publicly that you have taught her a lot about working hard. And you say that you have a good work ethic. And
I do.
You think that is something that served you well. Where'd you get that?
I think my parents worked hard, you know? They put their nose down, they did their work, their job sucked, and they just kind of did it. And then they always told me, just do it. Yeah, sometimes it sucks. And they made me get a job. I had a paper route at 13. And, you know, they just made me do stuff.
Have you personally ever been fired?
Have I been fired? No, I don't think I've ever been fired.
Wow.
No.
Have you ever quit?
I've quit many jobs.
Yeah, like
but I've never been.
What do you quit?
Mostly when I'm in my waitering phase. I waitered for a good, long 15 years. And I would quit and leave. I remember I quit the same place twice.
I mean, I've also worked in food service myself.
It sucks.
I was a hostess
okay.
at a Mexican restaurant. It was hard work.
Yeah.
No?
Not really. The hostess is kind of the easiest job there.
What?
I've done every job there. Being a host is kind of the easiest job.
I feel like we're important.
You bring people to the table. And I guess you sometimes bring menus. Did you bring menus?
I did bring menus.
Okay, well that's...
Sometimes I did the waitering. I feel like the hostess
that's
is
a different
above
job.
the waitering.
What? Okay, you got a lot of waiters mad now.
So let's take a little bit of a walk down money memory lane.
Ooh.
Since we're going there already.
Sure.
Who did you learn more about money from, your mom or your dad?
I would probably say my dad. You know, he made a little more than my mom. They didn't make much.
What did he do?
He worked at a steel company in a steel town in Canada called Hamilton. There was 3 big steel companies. He worked at one that went away, and then he jumped to another one. That went away, jumped to the other one. And he was going from here to here to here, making less and less, but he kept at it. He didn't give up. So I learned, it's funny. I did a commercial. I think I was 27 or something. It was my first big paycheck. I got $5,000. And he went, yeah, the tax man's coming for half of that, though. And I went, oh, can you just be happy for me for a second? And that's kind of how they viewed money the whole time. Like, better save it because they're taking it away.
So you're from Canada. You're now a successful New Yorker.
Yeah, maybe, sure.
Yes, you're a very successful New Yorker.
Sure.
So what do you do now for financial advice? Are you very hands-on? Do you have somebody that helps you? What's your strategy?
I have a helper. Yes, who earns his 5% incredibly. It's the only person that earns their money that takes from me. Of all the people that work for me, or that I pay rather, he's my favorite. It's such a relief of stress. I can't even tell. My worst time, and it's everybody's, like bill time is just awful. And just to be that fortunate to have that side of my life taken away is great.
So when you look back on the path that got you here,
yes,
what do you think you did right, and what would you have done differently?
It's a marathon, this career. You know, everyone thinks it's a sprint. They want everything now. What I did have was patience, because it got me to where I am. I didn't jump too fast. I was on a very successful show. A lot of me wanted to leave that show because of frustrations or whatever, not enough time on the air. But I stayed because it was the right thing to do. It was the patient route to go. And it was also a great show. So I think the thing I would go back and say to myself is, quit being so frustrated, man. Like, just be cool. Ultimately, I've still made the right choice to stay and be patient. But I would go, relax, take a breath. Like, just enjoy life. You got it pretty good right now.
I like that patience plus the hard work, probably.
Yeah,
pays off.
It really is. It really is a long, long, long game.
We had Ellie Kemper in here
Yes.
recently, and so the last guest, we asked her, our next guest, Jason Jones coming, what would you like to ask him? And she wanted to know.
This is a big question. I want to ask how they plan for their kids' financial futures. I mean, that's like a huge.
Poor Jason Jones.
Poor Jason Jones.
So I think like it's interesting to me that jumped out at her as
I think-
like how did they do it?
There's no secret sauce. There's no recipe that says just this is how you do this and this amount of time and this and here makes for a perfect life. You just do it. You deal with the cards you've been given and you play them. You play this game that we're all in. You know, I sound so angry toward her. I was like, just do it, Ellie.
Just do
What's
it.
wrong with you, Kimmy? I think you have to like doing. I think I keep going back to like. You have to like your spouse. You have to like your kids. You have to like your job. If those three things are missing, it's tough. I like all three. I love my kids. I love my wife. I love my job. So it makes for an easy life. It makes for easy balance.
You're a lucky guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a quick speed round real quick.
Oh.
Saver or spender?
Saver.
Impulse buyer or agonizer?
Agonizer.
Last thing you agonized over?
Wife's Christmas present.
Ooh. Can you tell us what you end up getting?
I found this artist who does portraits of animals, and she loves her cat like more than me. So I got a portrait of
Love it.
yeah.
That's
of-
good.
of
That's
our-
worth
our
agonizing
dumb
over.
cat. Yeah.
Cash or credit?
Cash.
Check or Venmo?
Check.
Do you have Venmo?
No.
you
So I
like-
don't know why I hesitated.
Do you,
Let me think about that
do you
one.
know what Venmo is?
No.
If you could design a new $1 bill, who would you put on it?
Has to be American.
Oh no, it could be a Canadian. Or something else.
I'd put Malala on.
Oh. Keep the penny or get rid of it.
I can't believe we still have it. It's so useless.
What was your worst job?
Dubbing Japanese television.
What was your best job?
Right now.
What was the last thing you bought that you did not need?
I don't buy anything I don't need. It's weird. I just always look at it and go, that's stupid.
That Marie Kondo lady would really like you.
Yes, she would.
Biggest money mistake you've made?
I wrote and directed a pilot that no one wanted to produce, so I went, I'm going to fund it myself. And then I tried to sell it, and nobody bought it. So that was a big, I could have had a boat. Could have had a nice boat.
How much cash do you think you have on you today?
I want to say $500.
No. Do you
Yeah.
have your wallet?
Count
Oh
it.
my gosh, are you paying somebody later?
I just went to the bank machine and I know exactly how much I have.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the most anyone's ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to
so
pay some people.
You have to pay some people.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Drug dealers, yeah.
I didn't believe
They don't
you.
take Venmo.
I didn't believe you. What is the most important thing that someone taught you about money?
Save it. Just save it because you never know when you're going to need it.
And the best advice that you could give somebody about money?
Save it. Save it. You never know when you're going to need it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's good.